probably about a 6-foot-long fish, very common this time of year.
And these guys are so cunning. He's seen that many lures and hooks and flies.
That is sport fishing action at its absolute best.
That is a cracker. Look at it. Oh! Hello, I'm Rob Paxavanis and welcome to Fishing Australia. I'm up at Kawana on the Sunshine Coast. Surfside on the beach here is our base from which we're going to explore some fantastically fishy options. So come on, let's check it out together. We're on board with the guys from Maloolabah Reef and Game Charters. It's an absolutely huge boat with lots and lots of facilities. There's about 20 anglers on board and we're heading out to the Barwon Banks. I'm with local fishing personality Graham Foley. What could I hope for out here, mate?
A wonderful, wonderful day, mate. I was just speaking to the skipper. We're going about 28 nautical miles today outside to the Barwon Banks, and the skipper told me yesterday they got some really nice pearlies, some nice snapper and some really nice parrotfish too. So I think we're in for a big day.
Sounds great. Let's get a closer look at it.
Morning.
Andrew Vaudier's on the first fish of the day. It's a parrotfish, a pretty common fish around here. That's just over legal size. They certainly get a lot bigger in these parts. We're going to unhook him and pop him in the esky. Fish number one. We're off to a good start. What do you got there, matey?
Trag Jew.
A trag Jew. Good eating fish?
Oh yes, they're not too bad as long as you don't freeze them. You
Yeah.
eat them pretty well straight away.
Is he a legal size?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
It's got to be
They get a lot bigger than that, don't they?
44, yeah.
All right. Double hook up here. Up comes the first fish. It's a plate-sized snapper. He'd be a keeper. I guess they get a lot bigger here, but he'd be about a regular size, is he?
Yeah, he's a small squire.
Small squire. Do you normally keep him around that size? He'd be good eating, wouldn't he?
If he comes in with the measurement, yes, we will. They are good eating.
I'd say it would be you check him out. And we've got another fish behind me. Now, what's your name there, champ? Michael, you were crook early in the trip. You've come back. A couple hours later, you're firing. What have we got there?
Couldn't let the fellas go.
Oh, look, another snapper. There you go. Hey?
That's a good fish, mate.
There you go. There's another squire snapper. That squire just means a sort of middle-sized snapper up here in Maloolabah. Beautiful fish. At least as big as the other one, so he's going in the esky for you too, mate. You got your dinner?
Beautiful.
Fantastic eating fish. Well done. All right, someone's got a fish here. What's your name, champ?
John.
You got a red emperor. What do you do for a day job, John?
I'm a valuer.
A valuer?
Property valuer.
Property valuer here at Maloolabah?
Yeah.
Okay. And this is Alan, our captain here today. What have we got there, matey?
Oh, a little juvenile red.
Yep.
They're getting a bit bigger than they have been.
Yeah, they're growing in size, yeah.
Still
well undersized?
Still a bit small. 550 they got to be, so he's got a bit of growing to do yet.
Okay, well there you go. We hooked him on a bit of squid and a bit of pilchard cocktail there, so that's great. We'll get him back in the water and try and get a bigger one. Graham's got another little fish of some sort. He keeps promising me bigger ones.
Yeah.
Bring
Not yet today, mate.
It's a small there's plenty of time yet. What have we got, a little leather jacket?
Yep.
There's a few of these around.
There's a lot of different species up here
It's a smorgasbord of different fish.
on the Barwon Banks. We'll just grab that hook there. Now, this hook there is barbless, which is really handy, just straight out like that.
Release.
Yeah, we're going to pop him back in the water. Pretty little leather jacket. There's lots of different species here. Back you go, fella.
See you later.
There you go, Pack.
Now that's a better fish. We actually got him aboard. Excuse me. Let's just let the camera see that.
He's not going back.
No, that's a much better fish. Now, is that a good sized pearl perch for here?
Pearl perch.
Yes. Now you identify them by that that flap there on that behind the gill cover there. That sort of separates them from the northern dewfish and the other stuff that looks similar. He's now one of the best eating fish, I believe.
Chicken of the sea.
Chicken of the sea. An absolutely fantastic table fish, mate. You're in front at the moment. Let's see if any other boys can match you. Well, thanks for that, Graham. We had an absolutely fantastic day out on Maloolabah Reef and Game Fishing Charters here behind us.
Mate, it was a fantastic day and we've got an esky full of fresh fish to prove it.
Absolute bonus, and there's still plenty more to do here on the Sunshine Coast in southeast Queensland on Fishing Australia. The Noosa River here is a spectacular system, and my guest is Mark Turrell. Welcome to Fishing Australia, mate.
Pleased to meet you, Rob.
You know a bit about this river?
Yeah, been here about 33 years.
Yep.
I have a local riverways canal cruises on the rivers.
Yep.
I also have another business where I do marine fabrication and on-site welding.
And so you work on the boats in your spare time, you do the charters on the river. What could we expect to catch out here today, matey?
Well, hopefully we'll head down towards the river mouth, see if we can get some flathead.
Yep.
And also we'll go down along Noosa Sound, maybe have a spin for a trevally or something like that.
Yeah, and if we're lucky, we might get to see the Everglades as well.
Never know.
Sounds fantastic. First fish of the day, can you believe it? A tiny little winter whiting. It's actually tried to eat that Halco lure there. Mate, is that a sign of things to come?
Yeah, good bit of bait there, mate.
Good bit of bait. Now I'm hoping you can catch me something bigger than that.
Oh, I hope so too.
We'll put him in the tank. Okay, we've finally got a better fish on. It took a little while. We're up in the shallow sand flats and we're just drifting, and we were trolling for the fish. Because it's so shallow, we were spooking a lot of flatties, and we thought it'd be a better idea to drift with the wind cast, so our lures go a long way with the wind and retrieve them back. That way we're always covering fresh ground. And I've got a dusky flathead on here. There we go. There's our flatty. Now just be really careful not to try and drop him on that hot carpet. Something the guys up this way might not have seen. Mark, I don't know if you've seen this one here or not, but there's a little edge under their rib cage there. If you can be careful, you can get your fingers under there, you can hold them really well. You just got to watch that the flatty doesn't drop down while you're trying to do that, because of course they've got their barbs. There you go. See those little holes in there? You seen them?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll unhook him. I mean, what would he be an average fish for here, matey?
Average size.
Yeah?
Yeah, he's a good little one.
Yeah, you certainly get them a lot bigger too, don't
A
you?
lot bigger.
Yeah. And they're all duskies up in the river?
All duskies.
All right, would he be a legal size fish if you wanted to keep one to eat?
Legal.
Yeah, okay, they're pretty good eating if you wanted to keep one, but we'll probably pop him back and keep looking around, see what else we can come up with. Thanks, mate. That was
Nice
a bit of a buzz,
one,
mate. Yeah.
Got a try, mate.
Where's your other spot, though?
Yeah. So if we just keep going.
Yeah, we're on again here. It's not a huge fish, but I'm pretty impressed at how aggressive these fish are up here. That's a little yellowfin brim. Of course, a little black spot there above the pectoral fin, mate. You get a few of these in here?
Yeah, heaps, mate.
Yeah? They seem to be liking that pink Halco.
Yeah, they're going good, and especially in the same area here.
I just unhook him, pop him back in the water, little brim. There you go, buddy. He's off. I'm on again here. It's another little flatty. I just wet the hands and bring him up. They're really showing a liking for this.
Yeah, loving that colour, mate.
Yeah, this pink scorpion. We got a whiting on it earlier, and generally if you catch smaller fish on a lure, it's a good sign. Mark said that was a good colour for here as well, so we're right onto it. We've got the pliers here ready. We've got barbless hooks there. Just grab the treble, if you can, carefully. Stay there, fella. Come on, settle down. You're going to go back. Just like that. Hold it. And just
Quick flick.
straight in. Got to look after the
Excellent,
fish as
mate.
best you possible can. That way they'll be here for next time. Eh?
Excellent. Doing all right, mate?
My word, it's getting better and better by the minute.
Yeah.
Well, that was a heap of fun, mate. Thanks for your time.
Thank you very much, Rob.
Still plenty more to do on the Sunshine Coast in southeast Queensland, where there is lots and lots of fishing options. We're in for a special treat here. We've come up to a place known as Sunshine Hills. It's about 3 hours drive north of Brisbane, and I've got with me local guide here who works the property, Dominic Fry. Welcome to the show, matey.
Thanks, Rob.
It's a pleasure to have you aboard. Can you tell me a little bit about this place? We've got barramundi stocked in this pond here.
We have all the ponds are stocked with barra
Yep.
from 3 to 12 or 14 kilos.
Yep.
This pond has the smaller fish, so we thought we might warm up on those.
Oh, come on. Woohoo! That was fish number 1. That was a fair lump of barramundi. And he just
Right there,
right
eh?
in front of me there and just spat the hook. And I had to duck for cover. Okay, Dominic's on. Expect a big jump any second. That's got some serious power. Dominic Fry, he's cooking. Look at this. I had to say that, mate. Now, estimations. It's obviously a barramundi.
3.5 to 4 kilos, I'd say.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Okay. Now you take trips here and you can show people what to do and what lures and look after them.
Yep.
So if someone's never done this before, they're in good hands, obviously.
We can look after them well.
Tackle and everything.
Yep.
Alrighty.
Even lunch.
Now that's not as big as the one I hooked before, I know, but it's still a good fish. Look, there he goes. He's still got plenty of power. Now, one of the rules on the property here at Sunshine Hills is barbless hooks strictly, because all the fish are released. So you've got to look after them, and it's no different from a wild fishery where you want the fish to be in really good shape when you let it go. We've got a special little tool here called a releaseman, which makes it easier for newcomers to let the fish go. We'll just slide him up. That bank's a little bit wet. We've had a little bit of rain, so he'll be okay. Well, there he is, a beautiful barramundi. Geez, they're in good nick. Look at that. That is in absolutely amazing condition. You said, what, 3 kilo was it, ish?
About 3 kilos, I suppose. Yep.
Okay. Go, Graham. Unfortunately, Graham Foley's hooked up. You let bombs on this joint, mate? You have to, do you?
If we have to, yeah.
Mate, this is a fair-sized barra you've got there, Graham.
He's not bad. He's
Beautiful.
not bad, mate. Little Laser Pro. Wonderful. She's in.
He just got him on a Laser Pro 120 lure, which is a shallow diving lure. It's a saltwater lure, but it's equally as good on barramundi and stuff. A shallow diving lure in these lakes is ideal around the lily pads.
Perfect.
Okay, Dominic, if you can unhook him for me, mate.
Yep. That was easy. Barbless hooks.
There you go. Get him back in the water. And they get at least twice that big, mate.
Well,
close to it.
3 times that size in some of the other ponds, yeah.
Can you imagine that? It's just come into the evening now and the barramundi actually come up to the top to feed off the top. As you can see here, it's getting pretty exciting. Some much bigger fish in this area. I've hooked on a ripper. Oh, this is an absolute hoot. This place is a really big property. I'm not sure if you can see down behind me, but there's a huge lake down the back there that you can sort of explore. It'll take you days to explore that. There's easy ponds and harder ponds, and taking surface lures and diving lures and all sorts of stuff. It's just absolutely fantastic. Now I've just got a little 3 to 4 kilo spin stick. I've got 20-pound braid on it, a 40-pound leader, and he's woofed that lure right down. See if I can get him here now. Come on, fella. Oh, he's hooked reasonably good. Merely get your hand in there and hold him firm, and that way you've got him. Look at that. Now, just if you want to pick him up, be very, very gentle. Hold him under the belly. Look at that. I'll tell you what an absolutely beautiful fish. This is just an amazing place. That's a barramundi. Oh, look out. Mark's hooked onto an absolute cracker here. Yep. And he's... No, he's there. He's there. He's just... Yeah, he's just in the... He's just got... Oh, he doesn't even fit in the net, mate. I think you got him? I think you need a bigger net, mate. Now, they fight really, really well. There's a common misconception that fish stocked in impoundments don't fight as well. Well, people who have fished for both know that that's not true. They fight really, really well. They're fit, fat fish, and they're just in absolutely immaculate condition. Look how thick that fish is there, mate. How heavy would that fish be?
Well, he'd have to be getting close to 10 kilos, this guy.
So, 20 pounds. We'll get him unhooked there and get him back in the water. I'll let you do the honours, mate. He'll probably take off and soak us in water.
Fish.
He's an excellent fish. There he goes. Well done, mate. Absolutely fantastic place you've got here, and believe it or not, there's still more to do along the Sunshine Coast, but this has just been absolutely fantastic here at Sunshine Hills. Oh, as far as fishing for barramundi goes, it doesn't get much better, mate. It's really good. We've come out northwest of the Sunshine Coast to a place known as Bjoki Petersen Dam. It's a fantastic fishery. There's some cabins in the nearby Yellowcool Tourist Park run by the Mergen Shire, and the lake itself has golden perch and some wonderful Australian bass. I'm with Tim Stessel. What's the base plan here, matey?
All right, today, Rob, we're going to have a bit of a sound around and try and find some bass or yellow belly.
Yep.
We're going to be sitting in about the 10-foot mark, just following the ledge along here. Who knows, hopefully we'll have some good luck and good day out in the water.
Sounds good to me. Let's get into it. Tim's hooked the first fish of the day. That took about half an hour, which is pretty quick by freshwater standards, seeing that we haven't fished here a lot before, but the rules are the same wherever you go for freshwater fishing. We're just bumping that lure along the bottom, and there's a little Australian bass. A beautiful little fish. They're native to rivers from about Fraser Island in Queensland down to the Gippsland Lakes in Victoria. Now, you do a bit of bass fishing?
Yeah, I do, Rob. I try to get out there every possible weekend I can and have a bit of a freshwater fish for these bass. They're good fighting fish and, mate, good fun.
And they're pretty popular. They're stocked into these impoundments in southeast Queensland. It's a bit of a mecca for them, and this is a little one.
That's a little one, mate. We need those big 50 pluses.
That's what we're after, one of those big ones. I'm going to work hard and try and catch one. If you could call it work, that is. Here you go. Well done, Tim.
No worries.
Let's get me a bigger one, eh?
Okay, mate, let's go.
What we're doing here, it's much, much more than just driving around a dam towing a few lures. You've really got to put some sort of thought into what you're doing. We've got lures here, they're known as floating divers. This one here goes down about 10 feet. You've got to know that. Sits on top. When you tow it, it goes down to a maximum of 10 feet, I should make that. So you let it out until it just reaches 10 feet. And then on the sounder, you follow the 10-foot contour. That way, your lure is continually near the bottom. And that's where a lot of fish hang out. Golden perch in particular, that's their structure. When there's no standing timber and things like that, they hang out right on the bottom. You let the lure out, let it touch the bottom, and then occasionally drop the rod tip back, give it a few kicks, let it float up off the bottom, then dig it into the bottom a bit again, because that's where you're going to find your fish. And if you continue that right around a dam, try 10 feet for an hour or two, and then maybe move out to 15 or come shallower, you'll eventually catch golden perch in particular and things like that. Very, very important to keep that lure near the structure. Tim, your family's been making boats for nearly 30 years now, aluminium boats. Can you tell us about this particular one we're fishing in here today, mate?
Yeah, no worries, Rob. Yeah, this is a brand new 475 Edge Tracker Pro tournament.
That's 4.75 metres long.
Yeah, that's correct, mate. Yeah, which is just over 16 feet in the old scale. I've actually got it fitted up with one of the new 70 horsepower 4-stroke Suzuki outboards. Latest, Minn Kota motor on it, and a Humminbird matrix sounder. Basically, the layout of the boat is perfect for bass fishing like we're doing at the moment.
Yep.
And also too, your bream and estuary fishing and protected sort of harbours and rivers.
So it's really a sports fishing style of machine, and lots of locker space and things like that.
Yeah, that's correct, mate. We've got 7-foot rod lockers on board, tournament style live wells, which you can hold anything from over metre long barra to 4 or 5 bass on board, and it's very handy.
It's a wonderful boat. Thanks for that.
No worries.
Looks like I've got a bass of some sort on. After about 3 hours of fishing, I've finally hooked onto what I think is a really, really big bass. Oh, please fella. Oh, he's got me in the weed. Can you turn around, Tim? Oh, I've got myself a yellow belly there. Tim's just about to net it for me. Oh, there he is. Nice golden perch. There on a, hooked him on a spinnerbait. We'll just get him off and pop him back in the water. Oh. Now Graham Foley, who's been coming along on this trip where we've been going and helping us out, is onto a fish here. I reckon this is a yellow belly. I'm not 100% sure, but just the way it's not shaking very much, it's got a lot of weight and it's just coming through the water. We'll find out in a second. It should be a better fish than what we've caught. So fingers crossed. It could be a big bass, you never know.
Think of that one, old boot.
Right near the boat, this is where they dive. When he sees the boat here, he'll play up a bit. I'd say this is a golden perch, just by the way he's playing around. Oh, there you go, see? The old golden perch, well done, Graham. There you go. The golden perch, usually, if you put your hand underneath them, they will relax. Graham's got his fishing gloves on there. Now, there you go. The golden perch, also known as callop down in South Australia. Or yellow belly. Yeah, yellow belly because of that belly. Well, unfortunately, that's all we have time for. A special thanks to Tim Stessel and Graham Foley for helping out on this shoot. Thanks, fellas. And also Lou and Sue Hatton from Surfside on the beach at Kawana on the Sunshine Coast. Until we meet again, I'm Rob Paxavanis, and we'll see you on the water.